Hello everyone, my name is Beck Robertson. I'm the proud mum of Georgie Stone and I'm an author. I wrote a book called About a Girl, which is about the years of raising Georgie and her brother Harry. And I'm also the founder of Transcend Australia, which was the first parent-led peer support network for the families of trans and gender diverse young people in Australia. There is a question that Georgie and I both are often asked when we are invited to speak to people, and it's, when did you know? And Georgie answers it from her own perspective, but I'm often asked that question from my perspective too. When did you know that Georgie was trans? Well, the truth of the matter is that it was a growing realization. I don't think there was any one point in particular that I had a revelation that Georgie was trans. She did tell me when she was 2.5 that she was actually a girl. But at that point in time, I don't think it seemed urgent or even necessarily true. It was something that my child had said to me, and I actually didn't know what to do with that information. I didn't know at all what to do, because little people say all kinds of things. They talk about themselves in many different ways, and they play dress-ups, and they take on characters and personas, and while they're exploring life. So as life went on though, it was really obvious that Georgie was experiencing something that was different to her twin brother, and was beginning to cause her a lot of anxiety. And those anxieties grew and grew over time, and became really pronounced when she started school. So that was very, very difficult for her. But she was always very articulate about her experiences, but you could see she was internalizing a lot of very harmful messages from the world around her. And I think that's why I would encourage parents to listen very much to what their child is saying to them. It's definitely important that you explore this properly and with good guidance and all the right information. But looking into a child who is asking questions about their gender identity really needs to have those questions answered. And I think a lot of parents fear that even entertaining the question is going to be harmful. And I would really encourage parents and carers to think about it a little differently. It's a really valuable question that we can all ask ourselves at any point in our life. Who am I? Who am I? And that question is a really valid question to ask. And I think we have a perception about children and young people that they shouldn't have to ask these big questions. But kids experience so many different things that are serious, impactful, important, valuable. They need to put themselves and their lives in context. And if we've got to the point where we can say quite openly that asking a question about your sexual orientation is a really good and healthy and important question to ask, then we should also be saying the same thing about gender identity. It's a good, healthy, important question to ask if you need to ask it. So what I'd like for parents and carers to know and understand is that asking this question is not a danger to your child. It's not a danger to your family. and it's not a danger to the broader society. It's a question that needs to be answered with care and kindness and support and time. So over time, Georgie was able to ask those questions, and she was able to talk about it with professionals, and she was able to talk about it with her family. And we all worked through the things that we needed to for Georgie to be the person that she is today. Now, we went through some rocky stuff, and I know how hard it can be, how challenging it can be to give your child all the support that they need in this context. There's definitely very complex feelings around this, and I'd encourage parents to seek counselling if these sorts of feelings are overwhelming you, and to really talk about it with somebody you trust who doesn't have skin in the game. So somebody who is an outside eye, who can really give you some good coping strategies and maybe some skills to work through some of the issues that we face. It's true that sometimes family members won't be as supportive as you'd like them to be. It's true sometimes that relationships suffer. But there's something I think that many people don't talk about when they talk about parenting or caring for a child. Love is often talked about, and of course love is incredibly important, vitally important. It's a major protective factor for our kids. But the other thing I want to talk to you about is integrity. Integrity is also a really, really important personal characteristic that you can bring to your parenting. Am I acting with integrity in this moment? Am I telling the truth? Am I being vulnerable? Am I protecting my child? Am I doing everything I can? Am I preferencing my own feelings above their feelings? Really look at the way that you want to parent, what you decided, what kind of parent you decided to be before you even had children, and the kind of parent that you are or you're going to be when you face challenges. None of us, when we signed up as parents, thought we would be the ones to face a big challenge. But here it is. And our integrity is the thing that is going to get us through and our family through. So that is something that I think is really missed oftentimes in the discussion. We often talk about our children transitioning, but really the transition happens to us. They are affirming themselves. We are transitioning. We are coming to a different understanding of the person that we love and who is in our family. So I want you to be kind to yourselves and be gentle with yourselves and look after yourselves so that you can be the best support for your young one that you can possibly be. And I really, really know and understand how challenging and how difficult it can be. But I also know that our children are a gift to us. I'm a much better person for being the parent of Georgie Stone and Harry Stone, a much better person. And when we give all of ourselves, our heart and soul, our integrity, our endeavour to the well-being of our kids, then that's a legacy worth having. So I would like to say to all of the parents and carers who are listening to this video and watching this video, hang in there. You'll be fine. There's nothing wrong. There's just some challenges ahead and you'll be fine. Love fiercely, be kind, and carry on. Thanks everyone. Bye.